Let's hear this thing idle. Yeah. Please.
She's fast. It's fast. All right, we've been busy. We haven't been on the camera a whole lot with you because watching us wiring is kind of like watching paint dry. But wiring's all up there. Starter's all hooked in. We built the primary wire down to that. We believe we were able to salvage the stock sending wire. They're all weather pack connected. That's the Holly pump that's in there. We took that, utilized our wiring that we showed you before, and that pump wire is hidden right up in here so that it's all disappeared. We are now working on our header cutouts, weather pack connectors on those. We'll have those done here a minute or two. We'll run those up. After that, we're ready to pressure test the fuel system. We're darn close to powering up ECUs, getting a tune thrown in those guys so we can make some noise. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. These weather pack connectors here, these things are the shiz. All right, so these special little pliers bend these little wings over. Take these guys, put them up like yay, squeeze them down, and they make these beautiful little crimps. It allows you to install these little weather tight, fluid tight connectors and nothing in there to corrode or contaminate your wiring. Awesome product, little spendy, but well worth the money. All right, so we've come to a decision point. We've run down the frame rail here, above here. Now we need to decide, are we gonna run under the cross member, back up here, and then tie both cutouts into one set of wires that goes up? Or do we run all the way up over the transmission and then in that way? I think we're gonna defer to the rightful owner of this here hot rod to see what they wanna do. We'll come to a decision. We'll show you once we decide. All right, we're making things happen. Chase is over there changing tires. We went and consulted the person that matters here. We ended up coming underneath the cross member, all right here at the back. Coming up over the top. I'm gonna change this connector here, run her down the rail, merge the two together, and then we'll have one line going up to control those cutouts. Giant noisemaker. All right, GoPros doing GoPro things. They just switched cameras on you guys. Getting ready to probe the fuel pump. I suppose there's nothing to do but give her the onion, right? What the crap? This is sighting. See that gauge? That gauge says we got fuel pressure. Means we did something right. Or not wrong enough to cause a major problem.
How much fuel pressures?
Well, we need to back that regulator down a little bit.
Supposed to be making 70, so we're at 60.
Is it 60?
Yep, 60 right there, constant. Right. Does it hold? Pretty fair.
I figured that's about the amount of drop off before the regulator says no more.
Drops 10 PSI. Chad was telling me that if I set that at 70, then the motor one will take over and make the rest of it up. So, yeah, it's not bleeding off hardly at all. I'm pretty stoked with that. That means the system's fairly tight. I've done worse. Done way worse.
We went to bypass, which now means that everything's full. You can hear it click over to bypass.
I'll dial that thing down here. The right Allen wrench or device.
We ready?
Yep. There's 70.
All right. And with it off, that should be normal unit pressure right there.
Look at us. Pretty amazing for us, really. The way the rest of the day's gone, I'll take that.
We're making leaps and bounds moving forward to getting cars moving.
Oh, yeah.
1 week later.
So we're back at the Fab Rat shop on Paul's 55. We were out of town for family emergency for a week. We're back. Wiring's done. We think that this thing's gonna run.
I know stuff he doesn't know because he was gone for a while. Chad came down to help me work on the Onyx build, and I'm like, Chad, I need you to sidetrack for a minute onto the 55. All right, it is that time. We're sitting in the 55. Tom has done all the wiring. Chad showed up. We're optimistically optimistic, right?
Yeah.
Because we're cleaning windows. That means something. Yeah. So basically, we figured out that the battery was just dead. We were losing power, so we've had the old snap-on on it for a while, charging it, and now we're thinking that it's just gonna light. So as soon as Tyson's done polishing this turd, we'll start it.
Don't put this on me.
You had all day.
To finish the stuff that you and Chad were supposed to do. This was Chad's project for all day. Yeah.
Well, I could go ahead and tell them why Chad was not here. Pretty sure Chad was doing Tyson's project earlier, so I think we're pretty happy with this car so far. So Tom had family obligations, so I got stuck videoing for him on my own car. Are we ready to do this? Lights.
We got
Camera.
monitor.
Well, Chad went through, set the motor up, all the stuff in the Holly, in the Terminator X software. So we're getting gauges up right now. Lost battery power again.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing.
We were optimistic for the wrong reasons there. I think if we had dinner, life would be better. It's been a while since I ate anything. Alrighty, it's a while later.
Oh, I'll bet I know. I bet you he doesn't have the ignition.
Yep.
No, or it's not the actual ignition. It's
see.
not hot with key and start.
Yeah. All right, so we figured it out. The power source we had to the ECU loses power during cranking. Has it all the other times, but loses during cranking. So found a new one. We're gonna hook it up. She'll fire. Let's hear this thing idle. Please.
Go ahead.
Hallelujah.
There you go.
So he put a tune in it. It's not perfect. The tune's not exactly right. It has a little dead spot in the throttle. But we made this thing run and drive. Tom's about to figure that out.
It should have enough horsepower that little dead spots not
It's
too
good.
bad.
It's good. We haven't filmed it because we've been waiting for Tom. He's got lots of work in on this thing.
We're gonna go take this thing for a drive, see what's up, and
We'll rip it around a little and you can see what all your hard work was for.
definitely been some days.
Good. It's good. There's still a lot more days left. All right, so I'll walk you through some of the troubles we had. We had a vacuum leak under the intake, and I blamed you.
It could have been me.
We took the intake on and off like 4 times, and we couldn't figure out what it was. Finally, it dawned on us. It was the plug for the vacuum brakes.
Which we don't have.
We don't have that. We plugged that, fixed that problem. Well, before that problem, we get in here, we turn the key on like this. Well, like this. All the computer lights would come on. We're like, this thing's ready to run. As soon as you crank it, the computer would go off. We're like, well, what the crap? We figured out this key switch doesn't have a hot cranking power. So we've got a toggle switch down there now to make it run. But she does all the running stuff. At first, the AFRs are terrible. And then once it warms up, it goes back to 14 where it needs to be. You just let it warm up before you hot rod it and melt it down. I gotta call Brian up, get a tune put in it.
Get the wizard to play with it.
It's on learn right now, and learn's terrible. 13, we're right in where it needs to be. Clutch works good. Brakes work really good. They just drag. You push them.
A little slow recovery.
Drivability's awesome in the car. I've drove it around a little bit. It's hard to have a car that runs in your shop and not drive it.
Hey, it's your toy.
It's pretty dang cool. This squeaks. I got parts coming for the latch so that it'll actually fold up and latch. The bushings in the rear end are not substantial enough. It's pushed
Not up to the task.
It's pushed the rubber bushings out. It has torque steer. Feel it? Torque steer?
Yep. A little model in it.
1600 RPMs is 63 miles an hour.
It's amazing.
Yeah. But just as far as driving down the road, this thing's good.
Sounds nice.
Oh yeah, the exhaust. I got the exhaust plumbed all the way out the back. I got the loud pedal switch hooked up.
Those things are freaking cool.
This rear end won't hook posi.
Why?
I don't know. It's pissing me off though.
Shannon told me the other day, I think your risk of dying young may have increased.
Possible.
That car is a stupid amount of fun. Holy crap. So we're gonna end it here. Got some stuff to pull back together for Paul. Creature comforts to take care of, but that'll be in the later stuff. And we're gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.